BlackRock's ETF hits over $1 billion in assets under management. The Bitcoin price continues to slump. A cyber war ignites between Wall Street asset managers on Twitter. Bitcoin surpasses 5,000-year-old asset silver in just 5 days. New ETF products launched, Elon Musk's thoughts on Davos, and much more. You're going to want to stick around for this one. Welcome to the Thursday, January 18th edition of the Bitcoin ETF Daily Show. I'm Dante Cook, head of Swan Business. In this show, we discuss the latest news, events, winners, losers, and key information surrounding the historic Bitcoin ETFs. Here at Swan, we're on a mission to educate the world about Bitcoin. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to extend our reach and help us cut through the noise here on YouTube. In a new and interesting development, we've received a report of shots being fired on Twitter. We believe the interns at Van Eck have clapped back at their fellow interns at Franklin Templeton. We're uncertain if this is who the tweet was intended for, but we have sources inside close to the matter that have confirmed the comments were indeed meant for the temple, which I think has a double meaning, meaning both the head and their rival. We'll keep you up to date to see if any rebuttal comes back from Franklin Templeton's camp. On with today's news. Bitcoin ETFs have surpassed silver as the world's second largest commodity ETF in assets under management in just 5 days. There's just over $27.5 billion in assets across 10 Bitcoin ETF issuers compared to $11.5 billion across 5 silver issuers. Although Bitcoin sits behind gold with over $96 billion in assets under management spread across 19 ETF issuers, the gap is closing quickly. So much for the assets that have been around for 5,000 years. That's just 5 days. Not bad for a pet rock. Even with the massive selling pressure coming from another 458 million flowing out of GBTC, the inflows outweighed the outflows, with a total of 474 million of net inflows. BlackRock was the winner yesterday, with over $373 million in inflows, with Fidelity coming in second place with 359 million in inflows, and Bitwise coming in third, coming back to overtake ARK with 68 million in inflows. It's only been 5 days, but we can already see GBTC's outflows are beginning to get smaller and smaller, in conjunction with a steady increase of inflows for the other spot Bitcoin ETFs. This bodes well for the long-term future Bitcoin accumulation through these products. I want to put something into context for us. The numbers for these spot Bitcoin ETFs aren't just punching above their weight class for the first week of ETF launches. These inflows are stacking up with the highest inflows of all ETFs in the entire market. BlackRock and Fidelity's inflows are 4th and 5th, behind IVV, iShares Core S&P 500 ETF, QQQ, Invesco's QQQ Trust Series, their NASDAQ 100 fund, and VOO, Vanguard's S&P 500 Index fund. You even see at the bottom, Bitwise coming in at number 10 overall. Let's talk about BlackRock for a second. Their new IBIT product has a staggering and record-breaking $1 billion in assets after just 4 trading days. Compare that with their blockchain and technology ETF, IBLC, that they launched in April of 2022, which still only has $18 million in funds. Maybe Wall Street is finally learning that Bitcoin is better than blockchain, but maybe not. UBS just sent their ultra-high net worth clients a memo this week stating, "The fundamental case for Bitcoin remains weak." Sometimes they never learn. Although IBIT is cheaper than almost all of BlackRock's other ETF products, to them, it's okay if this is a loss leader. They have unrivaled scale in the ETF game with over 13,000 ETFs and over 2 trillion in assets under management in the US alone. So how will they capitalize on this? I'll be interested to see what other Bitcoin products and services they might offer in the future. Will they follow Fidelity and try to build their own custody? We'll have to wait and see. Although we don't know what BlackRock may release in the future, we definitely know about some of the other future products that other Wall Street competitors will launch to capture the Bitcoin ETF frenzy. The old TradFi gambling derivative products. Catherine Clay, global head of derivatives from the CBOE, had this to say.
So it seems like the next logical step is options on spot Bitcoin ETFs. What can you tell us about that process? How far along is CBOE with all of that?
We couldn't agree more that options are the next logical step on these ETFs. We really believe in an asset like crypto and Bitcoin in particular, that options add exactly that utility that are really important for risk mitigation and additional opportunities for investors and traders to add to their portfolio. We filed with the SEC for permission to list options on Bitcoin ETFs last week. And so we're really in this holding pattern of waiting to see what the regulators will do with our filing and other exchanges' filings as well.
Bitcoiners are hodlers. We don't trade. We don't sell. These ETFs may represent Bitcoin, the asset, but they will never represent the underlying ethos of the Bitcoin community in holding real Bitcoin.
You know, I can't help but notice that Bitcoin's 2-year peak in price occurred the day the ETFs went public last Thursday. So there's this inclusion effect. We had a nice run up in Bitcoin going into it, and it's been down since then. Any thoughts on that?
Well, as a trader myself, I remember the old adage, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think there was a lot of anticipation running into this announcement with the approved Bitcoin ETFs. There's no explaining day-to-day price movements of any security, let alone this one. I think right now we're in a little bit of a risk-off pattern if you look across the markets today, so it's hard to speculate on just day-to-day price movements.
Catherine, who's a former trader, says, buy the rumor, sell the news. But we only have one adage in Bitcoin, buy the dip. We know the inevitable outcome. Related to other products trying to capture market share from the Bitcoin ETF frenzy, your favorite crypto bro RIA that no one's ever heard of, Roundhill, now has a covered call Bitcoin ETF trading in the US called YBTC. Do you want to invest your hard-earned money in a fund that was founded in 2018 that launched the first thematic ETFs around the metaverse, sports betting, and generative AI? Do you really want to invest your hard-earned money with an investment advisor that wears a flat brim fitted cap to the New York Stock Exchange? YBTC? I know it's just human nature, and I probably will never understand it, but unfortunately, some people will flock to this product faster than husbands who get a text from their wife that said, I saw Elon Musk tweet. Do you want to watch a Javier Milei video tonight? I'll tell you why BTC. Because real BTC is decentralized, secure, scarce, stateless, permissionless energy money. The kind of energy currency that was predicted by Henry Ford 100 years ago that would stop wars. Don't chase the new thing. Get good advice from the real experts. If you're a high net worth investor and want a legitimate advisor to help guide you on your Bitcoin journey from first purchase to inheritance planning, speak with one of our Swan Private team members today. The Swan Private team helps high net worth individuals, family offices, businesses, and trusts understand Bitcoin and capture its significant upside. If you want to schedule a meeting with the team, click the Swan Private link in the show notes. With that, thanks for joining us today. I'm Dante Cook, head of Swan Business. If you've enjoyed these videos, please do me a favor and subscribe for future updates. Until next time, TikTok, next block.
TikTok, next block, this is a major epoch. My C phrase, I keep locked. Don't worry about what we got. TikTok, next block. TikTok, next block. TikTok, next block. TikTok, next block.